So this is Spellbinder. I'm going to tell you something that's going on right now. You may not know this, but it's coming down. Our solar system is going through many of changes right now. It only happens every 26 to 36,000 years. I have to admit that what's coming down the pike is not pleasant. This is what's going on. I have figured out that the sun is being influenced by our binary star and also the passage of the galactic plane at the same time. We are crossing again to a time that is 26 to 36,000 years ago, when Nibiru is crossing the plane. At the same time, we're crossing the galactic plane in a special way. They have been saying on scientific pages that we are going into a gamma ray area where from the center of the galaxy there's this extra high velocity particles coming our way. And if we don't stop what they're getting ready to do, which we can't, that was my cat, we will be in trouble. Big time trouble. Like I said, we are crossing a 26,000 year cycle. The elitists know this and are using it for their own purpose. Millions will die and we are asleep. And that's no doubt about it. The mainstream media, with Soros and the rest of them, are taking our minds off everything that we should know, what's coming our way, and are covering it up. This is with chemtrails, this is with the media, this is with the mainstream media, this is with the scientific faculties who are being told one thing and something else is happening. What's happened is we're getting ready to go through two phases at the same time, something that hadn't happened in maybe 46,000 years. The last time this happened, Nibiru, which is the red dwarf star, which we are a binary star system. If you don't understand that, go and research it. We're in a binary star system. There's two suns, ours, the big one, and B, the small one. Most of the star systems in this galaxy are binary. They know this, and they're absolutely keeping it from Earth, and they're going to kill us with it. We are 6 billion something people, and they got bunkers being built right now that will cover their asses, but not ours. We're going to be on the surface going through all this. Now, Revelations say, well, they're going to go and hide in their bunkers, but they're going to be shook to death, and maybe most of the bunkers will collapse, no matter how good they built them. And there's still going to be a small amount of people that survive. A lot may survive on the surface. Now, this is a fact. They may survive on the surface. And they may be able to tell us our history like they did 4,600 years ago with the Babylonian texts. The extraterrestrials came back at the time of this. The extraterrestrials I'm speaking of are Zachariah Stitchin. He has done his research. The last book he put out before, I think he's dead now, because he went to the hospital for some type of ailment, and I think he died. His last book was End of Days, and it explains a lot in a nutshell what happened to the human race and the history of our race and how it was, I guess, created by these beings to mine gold for their planet. Or they're getting ready to come around again, and the people who are in charge are keeping it from us, so they can come up with scenarios and do weird things with us to get us used to being back then. Well, to me, I feel that these people from the planet Nibiru will come back and be a lot more advanced than they were 2,600 years ago, and they won't be thinking the same as they were back then, wanting to be gods over this planet. They think they want to be gods over this planet, but they're not gods. They're just creatures like us who created everything and want us to believe that they are gods. Maybe they're still that way. I don't know. Maybe that's why the elitists are preparing the way they are, thinking that these beings, maybe they'd be in contact with them. It wasn't until the 1950s that we started getting a lot of UFO activity and a few encounters with these beings. Disregard the Greys. The Greys are androids. And, or at least biogenetic engineering creatures. Like they created cats and dogs and the rest of these creatures that we love and repel. I've also read Urantia, and Urantia, written by these extraterrestrials through automatic writing, have explained the same thing. They are coming back again, and they've been in communication with our highest officials of several countries, because suddenly a new world order must be made. Well, a new world order under these bastards that are calling themselves the leaders are no more than socialist, communist manifestations. They're there to try to control us, destroy us, and eliminate the population under Agenda 21 and under eugenics. They're giving us flu shots and all types of stuff. Who knows what those are for? We don't know what they're for. They don't tell us. They're just saying it's good for you. Take your poison and die. That's the way I see it. And they are getting ready to do something to get rid of the mass of population, 6 billion, so they'll have 500 million. This goes to the Georgia Guidestones. These people are again coming through the crossing of their star through our solar system, which is going to be hell when it comes through, because it comes through between Mars and Earth, normally in that orbit. And if we happen to be in the same position that star comes through, this could be the end of the planet altogether. I mean, there was a guy I was watching on YouTube who showed that this is what happens when the planet comes through and it shifts the poles. Well, we're getting all this stuff anyways, and it's all starting to happen right now before our eyes. We're getting more storms, more everything, and you got these elitists which is crazy in itself, saying, you got to give us money to fight against something that we can't control. That's what they're saying. They're telling you that you must give them money for carbon tax because humans are creating it. Well, I'm here to tell you right now that's not the case. The case is the sun is getting more active in a different way than it ever has, and it's neutralizing the ozone layer of this planet. And it's doing it on the Atlantic coast side of the planet in the Atlantic than it is on the Pacific, because there is scientific data saying that the ice caps are growing on one side of the Arctic and not growing on the other, and it's melting, and that's what they're using to show you, oh my god, the carbon's causing everything to melt and we're all gonna die. Well, that's not the case. It's happening down in the Antarctic, the same side, the eastern side of the Antarctic. It's melting. Pieces are breaking off. But yet the west side is freezing harder. And what's really weird is, England's expecting the worst winter they ever had, the coldest winter. And Europe altogether, the coldest winter. Well, that's part of the effects of the ultraviolet rays getting through the ozone layer that doesn't exist the same way as it did before, because it's being neutralized by magnetic fields. I'm here to tell you, do not fear, do not expect the tides to rise and the land to be engulfed by this, because only half of it's going to be affected due to the holes in the ozone layer, due to the Earth's magnetic field being weakening by the solar activities in certain spots and still being the same on other spots where it's keeping the ozone layer healthy. The magnetic field pushes away the solar radiation and keeps it from affecting the ozone layer. So you gotta remember, it's only half the planet being affected. And these guys want you to pay them money so they can build their bunkers and everything, and carbon tax and cap and trade and all the other garbage they want you to believe in that never exist and they never will, because they're lying to you to make money. Follow the money. Cubono or Cobono, if you want to be precise in the Latin thing. Follow the money. This is how the courts used to follow the money back long ago when they have trials with people. All they would ask is, who profits from this? And if you follow these New World Order elitists, these banksters and the rest of them, they're the ones profiting from all this. All you have to do is do research. It's all out there on the net. All you have to do is see this. Do I have to do a Mason thing here, or a Mason thing here, or a Mason thing, oh, what was that new one, where you clasp your hand in a new way? No. I'm telling you the truth because I know, and I'm not a Mason. I just know about them and know everything of them. And when they're exposed for their Illuminati thinking, along with the Israeli Zionist and the other Zionist out there, it's not the Israelis, it's Zionism in general, you'll understand. Until next time, this is Spellbinder telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. Just do your research. I'll have to say goodbye for now. And my cat, my compadre, is wanting love, just like you all need. Good day, and be good or be good at it.